Happy December, everybody. Hope whoever sees this, I hope you're having a good start to your month. Um, Hopefully winter is doing okay for everybody so far. Um, this camera angle may be a little different if you haven't been here in a while. Hey, bunny. If you haven't been here for a long time, you wouldn't have been here for the advent calendars in years past. Uh, Currently, I'm just checking the cables and everything I got back here. There we go. That's the lighting one, I think. Whoop, that turned it off. Turn that volume, turn that brightness down a little bit. Um, just so you know, Bunny, I did send that message out. Fingers crossed. Um, but if you haven't been here, uh, like if you weren't here last year, really, or the year or last December or the December before, uh, I tend to do escape room puzzles, and every year, uh, company Exit the Game puts out an advent calendar. Um, Considering that I may not be able to get around to doing all of them throughout the month of December because I kind of postponed this one a little bit. Normally, I'd start in November and work through a few over the course of like 6 weeks. Um, we're probably going to do like 6 of these a night. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do an added stream or something at some point just to do more, depending on trying to catch up on some things. Um, but we'll see where things go. Depends on how many of these I can get through because they're not meant to be like very hard puzzles. Um, but Bunny, I think you'll appreciate this one. Let's see. I gotta find the right scene on here because I don't have a hotkey. There we go. Let's get the dragon out of the way here. He doesn't need to be guarding this puzzle. Let's see, where can I set you? There we go. Let's see. You know what we don't have yet? We don't have music. So I think I have, yeah, the browser media is on there. So we can do. Let's see if this is already up. Yeah. Cozy radio to get festive to. So if you're wanting to follow along with some music like this is what we're going to be jamming out to tonight. Do I not have audio? Hmm. There's no audio going through. Is that tab muted? This is weird. Let's just try another one. Okay, no, so it's just Lo-Fi Girls busted. Interesting. Yeah, there's no sound coming through on on Lo-Fi Girls radio. It's just ain't there. So let's just try some lo-fi jazz for tonight. I got some red vines to help stimulate the brain function. Some lemonade. Okay. Double checking on something else here really fast. Okay. All right. So, brand new box. Funny. It's we got a postmaster rabbit delivering gifts. It's like he's got some binoculars on there too, so I'm assuming normally he'd be flying. But we have puzzles. Let's see. Camera's off a little bit. Ah, no. Okay. Difficulty level on it is beginner, so these shouldn't be terribly difficult to do. But time to break open the box. This one is completely sealed. Need to cut these open as you would with a pair of scissors. And now we got some music. This is cool. Here, so I'll show you guys the whole box first. So we have, looks like a space station inside of here. Space station antenna. The lid is a little floppy, like some bunny ears. We have in here our stuff for setup. This is a help book and some game instructions and the storybook. The storybook is the one that's most important to us because this is the one that will actually tell us like everything that's going on and give us some narration and shenanigans for what's going on. The help book, so you would start reading here, kind of gives you a little bit of explanation of how the games go and everything, or not games, but how the rooms are set up and everything. I've done enough of these now that I kind of don't really want to go through all this stuff, but if you need help, they come with solutions. We are going to put that underneath our notebook. First thing that we're going to do, I need scissors. I wish that they would just perforate these. But no, they make them solid, so you actually have to cut them open. Okay. Oh, Tony's live tonight. Interesting. But let's see. So we start off. Room number 1. Right over here. But I need to go grab some scissors so that I can cut this open real fast. I will be back in just a second. I don't have scissors. It's one of the only things I don't have in the room, do I? No, I don't have scissors. I got knives for camping and cutting things. No scissors. Scissors. Now we just cut along the dotted lines. Start off with the red. You want to try and stay as close as you can to the lines on these because if they're too wide, they don't fit through these grooves in here properly. And if they're too narrow, then they just slide right through. Not necessarily the worst case scenario, but you want to try and keep them relatively even. I'm also trying to do all of this in camera best as I can. But how is the music volume? Is that doing okay for you guys? For those of you that are watching this on YouTube later, Unfortunately, there is no, I can't play the music directly because it's more than likely going to be licensed. Oh, that's interesting. I don't even know if I need that. Do I need the ring light? Let's find out. Where's the dang switch? Yeah, it's worth it. I'll just keep the brightness a little bit dimmer. That way we can still see everything relatively okay. And I'm not like blowing my eyes out. Can I spin this over far enough? I can. Ish. I still want everything to be able to be seen, but I have a lot of wiggle room, so that's fine. It just comes down off the edge of the desk over here. So I'm just going to turn this just a tad. Try to keep it over the desk. Okay. That's still. I could be fussing about the camera all night if I wanted to. Music is fine. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. How's my voice? Is my volume coming through okay? Yep. Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So we enter our code, red, blue, green. So let's see here. Oops. You follow the arrows, compare the symbols. Okay. All right. That's how we want to do it. Or was it like this? I think it was actually top, bottom, top, like that. I think it was more like this when you set it up. So that way it's right in the middle. And when you flip it over, it's there. But something feels weird. Something feels weird. Normally I don't want to look at how all this goes, but okay. No, yeah, I got that set up correctly. And then when you flip it over, it just goes straight down the middle. Okay. Come on. I have these upside down. Whoops. Oh, coffee bean, walnut, pistachio? That's just nuts. 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 Okay. Oops. Upside down and backwards. Okay. We got our codecs all set up here. Let's angle this camera just a little bit further up. There we go. Put some lip balm on real quick, and then we start reading the story. Just check a message real fast. Okay. We have story time now. The beginning narration of this book. It's early December in a galaxy far, far away. After a long day at work, you are looking forward to a refreshing drink in your favorite watering hole. You enter the somewhat shabby space bar and make your way to the counter. You know the barman, a Houndian with an eye patch, quite well. Can you make me a double yuppie Tom? Coming right up, he replies, and grabs a fresh glass. You relax into your favorite spot at the counter and let your gaze wander across the dimly lit room. Like most evenings, the singing of the beautiful four-armed Ganymeja? 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 Can be heard from the stage. The tables are full of the usual clientele, but also a few people you've never seen here before. A pale lady with a narrow white hat sits in an alcove. She is completely engrossed in a game of dice. Strangely, she seems to be playing all alone. A rabbit in a spectacular coat is standing at the dartboard. With remarkable speed, he sharpens a handful of carrots with a large front tooth and throws them one after the other at the dartboard. They all hit the bullseye, with no exception. A shaggy white giant comes at the bar and speaks to Tom in a language you don't understand, a kind of loud howl that is somewhat reminiscent of the call of a wounded animal. I don't know. The barman seems to understand it. He bends down and pulls out a roll of toilet paper from under the counter. Visibly relieved, the hairy giant pads through the swinging door to the back. Another star shake, please, calls the customer to your right, a gaunt guy with a weathered face. If you had to guess, you'd say he's from Earth, like you. The guy seems happy to be in his own company and not interested in talking. Tom, turn on the TV, calls another slim, slimy-looking Mobian from behind the back of the bar. The pre-race commentary should have just started by now. Good heavens, yes, the race. You had completely forgotten it starts today. The entire cosmos has been talking about nothing else for weeks. Once again, the IMB, the Intergalactic Maritime Board, is organizing the 24-day Le Mans race. If you remember correctly, it's some kind of big anniversary. This year, the route will lead through large swaths of space. Gunther presses the remote control. A commentator appears on a screen in the corner, standing on a still empty runway and reporting excitedly. Unprecedented interest in this major event that connects people from many different planets. The spectator seats on the route, at least in the parts where the route are publicly known, have been sold out for months. We have heard that tickets are now being traded on the black market for the price of small planets. I just don't understand the hype surrounding this thing, you say to Tom and take a long sip of yuppie tea. Oh, I get it. Yuppie tea. Let's go. Good. Well, replies the Houndian, you have to admit the prize for the winner is pretty spectacular this year. Think about how wonderful that would be. From now on, they will be in charge of the annual Christmas celebrations for the whole galaxy. But in the end, the same people always win, you murmur and look over at your taciturn neighbor, whose gaze is transfixed on the screen. His face is completely motionless. It is impossible to guess his thoughts. On the screen, the commentator is now interviewing the founders of the IMB, a blonde woman and a remarkably tall man. We have heard, says the commentator, an intriguing fact. Some sections of the route are completely unknown to race participants. Is that true? And is it true that the route will have to be figured out during the course of the race? Are you sure that will work? Oh, I'm quite confident about that, the man replies cheerfully. For years we have been impressed with how much enthusiasm and cleverness the race teams bring to our challenges. Of course, we have a few very special surprises planned for the anniversary, so no one should be complicit. Complacent, not complicit. Nodding, the woman adds, "It certainly won't be child's play, but the long and short of it is that the best racer will find the right path." For a moment, it looks like she winks conspiratorially into the camera as she says these words. The commentator is now talking about how doggedly the candidates have prepared. Some would have left their home planets, quit their jobs, and put their social lives on hold. Well, they're all a little over-optimistic, you say shortly. You said it, the gaunt man next to you replies. After a short pause, he adds, "Do you have any plans for December?" You look at him in surprise. "No. Why?" The stranger points his star shake toward the screen. "Because of the race. I could use a helping hand." You almost drop your yuppity in astonishment. "You are taking part in this?" The man nods curtly and shoves a handful of Casio nuts into his mouth. When he notices your astonished expression, he mutters just one word. "Christmas." I lost my place. Then he looks at you calmly, as if taking part in the 24-day Le Mans race is the most natural thing in the world. Perplexed, you try to understand what is happening here. "And you really want me to," you stammer. "What would my duties be?" The man takes a vague gesture with his hands. "Whatever is required, really. Reading maps, carrying out small repairs, making sandwiches, maybe cracking a joke now and then to keep me from falling asleep." "And what will you be doing?" you ask. "Well, I'll be flying the spaceship. What else?" He realizes as if you are extremely slow-witted. He replies as if you are extremely slow-witted. Then he holds out his hand to you. "My name is Herr Bronzer." "Herr Bronzer for Klaus Slonsky the Sneak," he says. "But my friends call me Claus." "Very pleased to meet you, Claus," you reply, shaking his hand in surprise, which he seems to take as agreement. "Good. Glad that is sorted," he says and empties his glass with one long gulp. "I'm going to go pop by this little space racer's room, and then we'll be meeting outside in the spaceship." And with that, he gets up and disappears towards the toilets. You stare after him in disbelief. Gunther puts a second yuppity on the counter, this time in a takeout bottle. "It's on the house," he says, and then adds by way of explanation, "Claus is a good sort. You should go with him. After all, it's about..." Yeah, about Christmas. I know." Then, without knowing exactly why, you make a decision. "All right, then. Count me in." You grab your yuppity and slide off the bar stool. "Bye, Tom. See you at the end of December. Let's go to the 24-day Le Mans race." Are you ready? Then continue reading on the calendar page, 1st December, and get started with the first riddle. Day 1. We're finally there, 30 minutes into stream. Woo! I gotta turn this brightness up just a little bit. I'm having a little bit of a hard time seeing. Oops. Can I adjust that a little bit? There we go. That actually works pretty well. As you step out of the bar, you're almost run over by a turbo sleigh. Startled, you take a step back and see the same rabbit in the driver's seat who had just ruined the dartboard inside. He races away, his ears flapping in the wind. I wonder if he's taken part in the race, too. You mutter to yourself in a low voice. Sure he is, someone says next to you. It's the shaggy white giant from the bar who obviously also speaks your language. We're all taking part, he adds. The rabbit, me, and her too. He points with his hairy paw over to the pale lady who is boarding a kind of futuristic white hot air balloon. We're turning into wacky races real fast. The shaggy creature climbs into his craft, which looks like he built it himself out of spare parts he found at home. It mostly resembles a rusty boiler. By the way, I'm the Yeti, he says in a friendly voice. I'll see you at the finish. If you make it there, that is. He steps on the accelerator and his steam-powered boiler rattles into motion. Now you're curious to see Klaus's vehicle. Klaus? Klaus. Klaus? Should I go with Klaus? I think I'm going to go with Klaus. You frown and look around the parking lot, where there are many waiting vehicles. How are you supposed to know which one is his? You go back to the bar and shout in the hallways in front of the toilets. Klaus, are you nearly done? I'll be here a little while, comes the answer from inside. What does your spaceship look like? You call again. Oh, funny story, he replies. Until half an hour ago, I didn't have a spaceship. But then a used spacecraft dealer came into the bar. He bought me a Starshake and offered me a vehicle. Of course, I jumped at it straight away. The race is imminent. I have no idea what the thing looks like, though. Sold as I bought. The details are on the dealer's business card. It should still be on the counter. Maybe it's not entirely legible. The Starshake was kind of in the way. Sorry. Sighing, you make your way back to the bar and look for Klaus's notes. Turn the page. Open to door 1. Behind you will find 2 riddle cards, A1 and 2, and a strange item as a coaster. Ooh! Ooh, we got the ships. We get to see the ships. Neat. Ah. Things flying all over the place. Okay. We're going to put that up there. Typical. This is going to be cool. So we got like a... looks like the TIE fighters. That actually looks like a ship straight out of Destiny. That's just an iron. I feel like I've seen that kind of ship before. Sailing ship. TYP. Oh, Typico. It's probably this one. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say it's the green one right off the bat. Oh, hey. We got down here, we got the bartender. He looks pretty cool. It's a very Orsign features. But also not really a pug. Definitely canine ears. Oops. Need to make it just a little brighter so I can see. So we got a card. Please keep safe. This card will show you the way to the correct solution later on your travels. Okay. Use rocket and spacecraft. Spacecraft. Salesman V. Hickle. Founder and Managing Director, Milky Way 17, 60783 Mercury. 0317983125. Looks like we've got pieces here. So we have a coaster. Looks like there's a martini glass, Saturn. Oh boy. This is weirdly tricky. Weirdly tricky right off the start. 2, 2, and 3. Well, guess we have to figure out which one of these is the ship that he's trying to guide us toward. Huh. And it looks like all of these numbers are pretty much everywhere. 60783 17. Milky Way 17 is white and green. Doesn't look like there's any white and green. Milky Way 17. 60783 Mercury. We got a coaster. Oh. Oh. There's information written on the side of the card, which I'm guessing matches up with this somewhere. Maybe on this side. Interesting. So I've got like an IVLILL. No, that don't make sense at all. Oh, I get it. So, I think too much weight. So, solution on the bottom here. We line this up in full length. George! Why are there no sounds? No! Why are there no alerts? Alerts, no, get back here. Why are there no alerts? Oh no. The alerts have betrayed us. That might show up. I'm not sure. How you doing, George? It's good to see you again, man. I'm gonna just test this. See, let's see if this pops up.
Thank you!
Okay, so that pops up.
Goblin King 70 just gave 10 bits. Thank you so much, and may fortune find you well.
So that works. I don't know why this is... I don't know why it's not doing it, but we're doing it.
May this weapon
There we go.
true. May it be wielded with wisdom.
May it be put down when its job is done.
Adventi inhaled Dan.
I will never get tired of that. How you been, George? I think I just figured out the solution to the first one. Legendary response, yes. You been all right? Glad to hear that. Thanksgiving do okay for you? There's our solution. TYPIHL F. So IHF is... Oh, we're still going to need this card. ICU, IOC, IAT, IHF. There you go. Stayed home with parents, no big plans. I did pretty much the same. Bunny came over with, so it was my sister and her boyfriend, me, Bunny, my parents, then like 2 cousins and their significant others, 2 aunts, 2 uncles, their significant others. And then we actually got kind of lucky because after dinner, we just kind of like scooted out to the living room and just kind of chilled there for a while. I will say, I have not posted it in my Discord. I posted it in Feisty's Discord a little while back, but I'm made. And it was like 18 people. It's a lot of people. But I made a pecan pie or pecan pie using a recipe from 1914, and it was delicious. Highly recommend. I could throw the recipe up in Discord later, but highly recommend. It was so good. Ancient pecans, yeah. It was so good. It didn't use corn syrup because the recipe was before corn syrup was invented. It was so good. Still have another one in the fridge. I think I'm actually going to, well, I'll probably split it into fourths and then give some of it away to coworkers and a couple of friends. I think I bake nothing in my life, but I'll take an excuse to buy pecan. That's fair. Yeah, if you can, if your parents have a tart dish or a tart pan or or like a spring form pan, you could also do it in just like a regular pie dish too, and it works just as well. But ingredients, it's not a whole lot. It's just literally eggs, sugar, milk, a little bit of flour, and pecans. That's it. That's literally all it is. Okay, so we got this really fancy looking ship down here. Green, red, blue. 713. I think that might be our code. Maybe? That'd be 7. Oh. Huh. IHF is green. 713. Which is weird. 7, 1, and 3. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, so if you remember how we did this last year, which, wow, my hands are in real high definition. It's so weird because I haven't seen how everything looks on this 2K monitor before. So it's like seeing that and I'm just like, damn. Ah! Okay, 713. It's just literally left, which gives us a circle, a diamond, and a hexagon. That's our square. Yeah. I'm totally prepared for everything that I'm planning on doing with all this. I don't know if these markers still work. Somebody yell out a color. Pink? I think it is. All right. We're on door number 2 now. So George, since you weren't here at the start when I was explaining some of this, because I'm starting this so late into the year, there's probably going to be like 4 streams where we're going through like 6 of these in a row. So that's 1 done. Celebratory red vine. Hmm. No, it doesn't. But it's fine. We know where it is. Hmm. So the plot so far for this one is that they're basically doing a great space race, and we've got a rabbit that I think is our guide. Many puzzles, our way comes. Yes. O puzz, emenibus. Ah! Stay. Okay. 2nd December. We're going a bit ahead. Did the rabbit steal Santa's sleigh? I don't really know. We're gonna find out. Uses feet as charms. Yeah, no. Fully justified in that, honestly. So I'm gonna try and turn this over a little bit more. There we go. That way I can stay on camera a little bit easier. But 2nd December. Oh, great. It's no wonder that Klaus got his vehicle at a bargain price. The thing clearly has issues. You think enviously of the streamlined sleigh on which the rabbit zoomed away. Ah, well, no point in dwelling on it. That will only make things worse. Where is Klaus now? If he takes much longer, the others will have finished before the pilot even gets behind the wheel. You return to the toilets, and this time you bang on the door loudly. Dong, 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 dong. Klaus! You shout angrily. Get a move on! Relax, Klaus calls from inside. I ate 2 bowls of pea soup earlier, and it's in your own interest that I finish things here in peace. Why don't you start the engine? The dealer said it takes a while to warm up anyway. Oh, and he wasn't quite sure which key was the right one, so he just left a few in the cockpit. One of them should fit. You're about to leave when Klaus calls after you. Oh, the dealer said he left a note somewhere with a reminder. You'll be fine. If you say so. You think, shaking your head. You make your way back to the spaceship and climb into the cockpit. Please turn the page and open door number 2, in which behind you will find 1 riddle card B1 and 5 strange items marked as keys. It's a circuit! We're doing a circuit diagram. This is gonna be great. I can feel it already. Well, I mean, I kind of just like picked the voice for Klaus as just kind of, being a little bit of not a wise guy, but wise guy. Ooh, B1. Save this for later. Okay, so we've got 5 keys and a circuit board. Gonna pop all these out. Three key, 4 key. I just don't want to tear them because you know it's all paper. I don't want to tear them. I don't want to fold them. Okay, so that's all those. And we just got scraps. Scraps are just going into the trash. My socks are. Voice is fine, fits his character. Don't like the guy who eats something that fucks up your digestive tract right before a time-sensitive event. Yes, 100%. Yeah, he does not seem to be the one that actually has the intent to win the race. Yeah, so that way I just kind of figured, yeah, you know, he's a bit of a dumbass. So there's a clue down here at the bottom that says a planet can also help with the order. Oh well. A planet can help with the order. We have 5 keys. The word planet was in red. Oh, hey, we could see we could see a few of the spaceships in the back there, none of which are ours. Black hole, red planet, black hole. This planet with an arrow pointing that way, but that I think is our ship actually down here. Can't see because me and Bunny are in the way with all of our pyrotechnics. And another ship. So I'm not really sure what he means by a planet may help the order. But if we put our keys in here, we then just trace the paths all the way through. Oh, so. Oh. Red planet. Red planet. Hide. Yep. You could see the teeth. The teeth. Is that the one? I think we found our key. Yeah, we found the key. That's pretty quick. Son of a bitch. This is why I love these puzzles. The company that makes these just makes really fun puzzles. Unfortunately, you can only really do them once. But that's what makes it so special and so much fun. Because like they have so many of them too. And they're all different levels. This one is only a beginner level. What company is this? I believe the company is called Cosmos with a K, so Kosmos, and the product is Exit the Game, same as the in the title down below for the stream. I think I have like half a dozen of theirs already. They are so much fun. They'd be great for like if your parents like puzzles or have been curious to do like an escape room, but don't want to dish out like $100 for a 1 hour experience, you can get like a set, like not like this one, but you can get one of their like 1 to 2 hour things for like $15, sometimes cheaper if you find them on sale. And they're physically interactive. That's my favorite thing about it. Names in Cosmos? I don't know. Yeah, it just has KOS MOS on the side of the box here, and on that side, and that side, and up here I think too. Get it to fold over. Cosmos. Yeah, I bought now 3 of these things. What was it? Last year's prize was right here. Was the was a magnet for a Yeti trophy. And then I need to get a frame for it, but I have a poster in here from the first one that I did 2 years ago. Wish your parents like puzzles? Yeah. I will say it took my parents a little while to like. I had to like convince them, or not convince them, but I told them. Like they asked what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, 2 things: don't buy me any gifts, because all I want is this. I want to go and eat sushi, and then I want to take you guys to an escape room. So I took them to an escape room, and that was actually the first one that we did. And now I've gotten them to do like 3. But I'm gonna try and knock this out before the break happens. Yeah. So if you guys want to follow along, it's a little tough. I might be able to get this up to the screen here as best as I can. Kind of wish I had some Scotch tape or something. Yeah, we're following dots 1, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 3, and 8. So the second last one over here, and then the first one, and then the third one. Those are the 2 dots that we are going to follow. Man, I should have gotten some Scotch tape for this. That would have been a smart idea. Last year's advent calendar was really fun. Yeah, the last year was the movie themed stuff. Where I kind of made a guy that was Harrison, or not Harrison Ford, Tom Hanks. They had Tom Hanks giving us guidance in the background. It was just last digits of 3. Zoop 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 zoop. Yep, yeah. So we're staying on 3 again. Okay, we stand on 3. No, stay key. Good key. Okay, so down, over, down, over, and then up. So 6. I like these kinds of puzzles. So you got good at them? Yeah, I feel it, man. I feel it. I I like puzzles. I like puzzles. I like to solve riddles. I like to figure things out. I forget where I heard this from. I just recently heard this line from something, and it's gonna bug me until I remember where it came from. But it was like, I like when problems have solutions. It's a good way to think about it. Okay, so we got a 6, and then the third one, zoop, 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 zoop. So 1? Is it really 6, 1, 3? I don't know if I trust myself. Time for an ad break. Okay, so yeah, it is a 6. Woo! Let's do purple. Yeah, it is 613. Whack, bang, boom, biff, zock. Oh, hey, George, before I forget, did you know that Escape Simulator 2 is now available? You did see that? Hmm? French Kitty and I have actually been going the through the puzzles for the main game. They're real good. Okay, so we're going left, left, and then right. It's right next door. Circle, diamond, circle? No! Unless it's 631. Like it goes left to right. In which case it'd be down, up to the left, and then right. We're right back where we came from. You're not a fan of the first game? Understandable. I think the demo is still out for Escape Simulator 2. So if you want to try that one and see how it feels, it's still there. But I think we're missing something.
Nope.
Oh. Left, right, middle. Demo's gone. Bummer. Hmm. So if we go left, right, middle, it's 631, which is that. Something feels fishy. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's got to be this one. Hmm. Something feels weird. Yeah, there's our three numbers. So we got 6, 3, and 1. Unless it's 316 because it's tall, medium, short. Or no, that'd be 1, 3, 6. No, that can't be it. We have our 3 digits. We have our position. I lost the dang key. There's the dang key. That lines up exactly where that needs to go. Hmm. Well, there's only 6 possible combinations with those digits. Try 316. I'm down. Woo. Okay. So 3 is to the right, top to the right, then left, and then bottom left, which unfortunately does not match the symbols. Damn. 361. Down, up. Yeah. Nope. That ain't it. Well, we could sort of brute force it. Are there any that start off with a diamond? Well, there's one all the way over here, but that's number 1. So there's one that starts with a diamond. Diamond and then Y. No. So the top one can't be 3. We do like 1, 3, 6. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, wait. No, the red can still be 3. What did we have down here? Diamond. So it can't be, the bottom one can't be 1. Meaning that if it's a 3, then it starts off with a circle, which is feasible. There's a few different circles around here, right? There's 1, there's 2. 2 of them with circles. Let's try 3. Let's try 613. Maybe I was just dumb. Left, left, right. Nope. 6, 3, 1. Down, up, left, right. No. I need to stop changing this one first. I need to change. I need to stick to this. 3, 6, 1. Down, up, down, left. No. 3, 1, 6. Left, left, right. No. 1, 6, 3. Just left, up, upper left. Okay. That's the one. The answer was 163. Woo! Which means that it was middle, left, right. That doesn't make sense, though. Something does not feel right here. The answer is 163. 1 being the middle, 6 being the left, and 3 being the right. I don't know. I don't know how that one worked out. Okay, it doesn't match. It's like helping with the order. Yeah, there's your order. That's your organization. I don't know. What order are they on the number pad? Our solution is right, left, center. Right being the second longest, left being the shortest, and then middle being the longest. So here's what I'm thinking. It still doesn't make sense. So this is the only thing that I can think of. Okay? This is the only thing that I can think of. The ridges on the key. The one in the middle is the highest. The one on the left is medium, and the one on the right is the lowest. The lowest, so that still doesn't work. We have the answer. Let's see how they indicated that we should have gotten it. December 2nd. Okay, so we have the digits. You place the keys on the planet one after the other. You'll find the keys bits exactly matches the shape of the craters on the planet's surface. Yep. Insert into the ignition device, then the arrow marks and the pointed gold contacts. Follow the thin lines on each contact, leads to the numbers 6, 1, and 3. To find out the correct order, look at the red planet again. It has 3 striking lines next to each one another. 1 short, 1 medium, 1 length. So the order has nothing to do with the positions. It is just... So the numbers on the puzzle itself, what order are they in? 6, 3, 1. So we've got 6, 1, 3 for like the left to right on the key. On the number pad, it's 6, 3, 1. But according to the answer booklet, the way that we were supposed to just figure it was that it's the smallest number, the biggest number, and then the middle number. That was the solution. So it was 1, 6, 3, which leads us up to here. You guys can't see it because I'm in the way. Circle, triangle. Why? Yeah, I'm kind of a little bummed on that one. We still managed to figure it out. But we figured it out by way of deduction. We didn't figure it out based off of the clues given through the game. Which, as somebody who builds dang puzzles for fun, sometimes it's hard to convey stuff. Speaking of puzzles, I still have my scavenger hunt available. However, at the end of December, the scavenger hunt for the prize will close. The riddle will still be there. However, the prize will close at the end of December. So if that's something that you are interested in checking out, George, just know that because there hasn't really been any talking about it at all. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't really want to keep it going for such a long time because it's been 5 months. August, September, October, November, 4 months. I figure 5 months is more than enough for people to try and be able to solve it. I may bring the riddle back if no one solves it. I may reinstitute the prize like next summer. But we'll see. And I figure 5 months is more than plenty of time. But 3rd of December. The engine has been warming up and rattling worryingly for a good 15 minutes when finally Klaus comes out of the bar. He carries some large bags, which he hands to you to put into the spaceship. Here. Tom has prepared provisions for our journey. That's pretty nice of him, right? It's a really tough puzzle. It's, Are you talking was this the first one or the second one? I can't remember which one you're referencing to, because I don't remember if you were here when the first one got solved. Because somebody actually did solve the first one, way back in, like, I think it was actually in August. Klaus settles into the driver's seat and instructs you to climb into the area behind it. It is relatively cramped and seems to be a machine room and a lounge room in one. Not exactly comfortable. I had no idea it got solved. Yeah, the first one got solved. That one was... Oh man, I don't even remember what the first one was anymore. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to take a look at that one. I don't remember which puzzle it was anymore. Because this one, I was really happy with the amount of effort that I put into the second one. Let's see. Scrolling. Okay, yeah, the first one was images. Yes, I did. That's why I was so proud of that one. I spent time finding software so I can write sheet music. And anyone who can read sheet music will probably hate me. No, when I said images, I meant that the first puzzle was this image, which I was pretty happy with how I set that one up, but I feel like I could have done better. And that's what kind of inspired me to do the second one. Do you want to know the solution for this one? What numbers? That one stumped you hard. How far did you get? Go through it with me while I finish reading this. Klaus steers the spaceship to the starting line, and you look over his shoulder through the windshield. As expected, you're so late that the launch pad is already pretty empty. The others have flown off and are slowly disappearing into the distance. Due to the turbulence caused by the crafts, the starting flag has become detached from the mast and is drifting away in the wind. Please turn the page. Open door 3 so you can get 2 riddle cards, C1, C2, and 1 strange item labeled handkerchief. Okay. We're going to have to fold things. Let's see. But yeah, do tell me how far you got. Think you lost your notes? Okay. All right. I can do it step by step for you really fast here. Remember figuring out it was a type of cipher that wasn't a Caesar cipher? That's true. I think. Yeah. Numbers hidden amongst the shadows flash before your eyes, turn to water vapor, and lead to a more frightful page. The same figures begin to take a different form, none repeating shape of the others. It is in this instant you can find the key whose name is Given Ear. The Given Ear was actually a anagram of the type of cipher. But did you find the numbers hidden amongst the shadows? Oh, I need a color. Need a color so that way I can mark door number 3. In the bottom left? Yes. Let's see. Let's go with gray. Let's not go with gray. Just kind of blended right in. Let's try this yellow. That is almost impossible to see as well. But an olive. Olive is a little better. Yeah. So we had the 6 digits in the lower left corner of the screen. So George, what's another name for water vapor? Let's see, let's punch this one out. Steam. They gave us a napkin. And another keepsafe card. Oh, and there's a bunch of ships in there with a bunch of numbers on them. Oh, great. We're looking at the backside of all these ships. What in the world? Up the pole, a flag should fly. If not, then you should raise one high. Build the flag. This you can handle. Place from triangle to triangle. Okay, so there's 2 triangles. Okay. This is weird. Okay. But yeah, so you got steam. I have a feeling we have to make holes. Then the holes are going to match up with the different ships that are in that image down there. That's hidden back here. Because it looks like we've got to do the drop the pencil. Apparently. That's what we got to do. We got to do from triangle to triangle. Let's see, if we're going from triangle to triangle, we have this template here. Something about there. And then what, like hold you back? And then it's something like that? Maybe? And then we snip out corners? Back to where it was before. I have a Vigenère cipher decoder up, and you have the number. Problem is I need a letter-based key. Don't know how to get that with the numbers. Okay. You have Steam, and you have numbers. Dot, dot, dot. I'm sorry. Whew. I want to like guide it a little bit, but I also don't want to just be like, here's the answer. I hope that's okay. Damn it, Winter. Oh, I'm doing good. We're solving puzzles. Speaking of solving puzzles, I'm helping George solve the scavenger hunt riddle that had already been resolved. Uh, who solved that one? Was that Drummer Boy? I think it was. Was it Drummer Boy? Okay, but I want to figure out how to. Do I just. I guess I just got to go for it. No guts, no glory. The hard part of trying to cut paper as a lefty. Woo! No idea how the steam connects with the numbers or how steam leads to a more frightful page. So here's the next step I'll give you on this. Pick a game on Steam's website. Any game on Steam's website. Ooh. Triangle to triangle. Oh. Um. I have a very strong feeling I cut this wrong. I mean, if we're just putting it up here, I mean, it's literally just A, B, C. The only way that you could get A, B, and C is these three. Yeah, I think I was supposed to cut it more like this. There you go. There you go. You're partway there. You're partway there. Also, yes. It's a more frightful page. Okay, so we've got A, B, and C. So green, blue, and orange. I just put them in the wrong spots. Okay, so green, blue, orange. We got a 2, an 8, and a 5. Looking at the inside of these, we've got a 2, 8, and a 5. Where's our decoder? I was actually really close with the fold up on that. I was really close. I didn't do too bad. What did I say it was? 285? Yes. 285. It can't be. Green, blue, orange? Yeah, it's green, blue, and orange. Weird. Okay, so we've got our start off to the side there. Blue seems to be the furthest away, so maybe 258. Let's try that instead. Nope. Let's uncrumple that napkin. Maybe it's green, blue, yellow? I'm not certain. Colors are a little dim. You got it, George. Clear out a bunch of notifications on this. Got to figure out the music puzzle. Have fun with that one, man. Like, I am genuinely curious to hear people's thoughts on it. I will also say if there's more interest, then I will increase the value of the prize for December. So maybe it's 21281? Perhaps? Let's try 281. Down, right, and up to the right is a diamond, a Y, and an L. Hell yeah. There's door number 4. Door 4, right there. But like that's the issue that I'm kind of having on it is that once these puzzles came out, the people who usually would be stopping by and trying the puzzles have pretty much just looked at it and gone, nah. It's like, cool. Thanks. Is this one here, right? I need another color. George, Bunny, Winter. Anybody want to name a color? Good thing you can read music. Blue. All right, first blue that I saw. All right, next one will be green. I have the green ready to go. I'm going to turn the light off on my phone. Go. Because like I said, we're going to try and get like 6, maybe 7 of these. We'll see how far we can get in like 3 hours. And we'll go from there. God, I didn't even mean that. I'm going to try to get more than a fourth of them done. How does that sound? Also, how are you doing, Winter? I haven't really caught up with I haven't really had a chance to catch up with you guys on this. So George was talking a little bit about doing all right. It's good. Glad to hear that. George and I were talking a little bit about Thanksgiving. It is the start of December. So kind of a nice thing for me is that because I have been so I guess a good way to say it is stingy with my paid days off. My last day of work this year is December 12th. But I am hoping to use some more vacation time spread out throughout the year next year. I think that will be my resolution, is to take more breaks from work. Oh, excuse me. December 4th. Your racer rattles slowly through the space. You are traveling so slowly that the field of spaceships in front of you can no longer be seen. But Klaus doesn't let this bother him. He is currently rummaging through Tom's bags. Snack? He asks, holding out a meatball. No thank you. You answer, and after a short pause, you add, Klaus, is this really the right time to be eating? Shouldn't we be trying to catch up with the others as quickly as possible? Everyday streaming starting December 13th? I don't know, that might be a little bit much. Though, I will say there is going to be a stream on December 16th. So I came across a few years ago a TTRPG called 10 Candles. And as of right now, I've got a group of friends that we're going to get together, play a game of it. And it's less D&D. Like it's less stat driven and more storytelling. It's like the whole point of the game is to tell the story of their characters through one event. And it's all collaborative storytelling. They tell me things that they're doing, things that they want to try, and anytime that there's something that it's like, okay, this is something that would require narration or interpretation, like saying that you want to scavenge through the pantry for supplies, you want to try to unlock a door that seems to be locked, or hide from a monster or fight back. All of those are dice rolls, and the dice are all D6. You roll all of the dice that you have available to you, And as long as you roll 1-6, you succeed, and then the player decides what was the outcome. If they fail, then the GM decides what the outcome is. The whole point is to tell a story over the course of a few hours and a bunch of dice rolls. And we've got some fun characters. I'm really looking forward to it. For anybody who's unable to make it for that, it will still be going up on my YouTube. So I will be able to put that up for anybody who wants to watch it. Yeah, I plan on putting it up on YouTube so that way anybody can watch it. Just like with these, I'm going to be putting them up, and I'm actually going to try and figure out how to put in chapters in there so that way you can see the different days or the different puzzles as we go. I'm going to figure that out. I don't know how to do it. I will find out, and I will learn. I learned something new. It's never a day wasted. But yeah, you're funny, Klaus replies and bites into the meatball with relish. Part of me, like, I understand that he's biting in with, like, exuberance, but I'm having an image of, like, this person that's just, like, really nerdy putting, like, diced up pickles on their meatball and then Yeah. I don't even know which direction we have to go. Before we can catch up with anyone, we have to find out the route. Huskisson says, yeah, you're right, that's not terrible. I mean, it's basically like a round hot dog with relish. Maybe throw some mustard on it, too. That sounds good. You have to find out the route. Me? You ask, dumbfounded. Of course, Klaus replies, smacking his lips. What do you think I hired you for? The race management gave me a few old star maps when I registered. Apparently, possible travel routes are marked on them. Have a look and see if you can find anything useful. Meatballs always come across more like burgers to me. Yeah. Well, if you did pork meatballs. You look around the machine/lounge/navigation/bit of everything room in search of the maps you mentioned. In search of the maps mentioned. How are you supposed to know where to fly to? Which route are you supposed to take? You stop in your tracks. Didn't the TV reporter ask exactly this question during the preliminary report? And how did the founder of the IMB answer? Ah, yes, that's right. The long and short of it is that the best racer would find the right path. Was that a hint? So long and short. Long and short on day 4. We're tracing a route. Okay, what did it say? Open behind door. You will find one riddle card labeled D1. More of a texture thing. Beef franks still come off as hot dogs. Yep, that's true. Pork patties still come off as burgers. That makes sense. Code ABC. What? Bro. This is why these are fun. The code is ABC. Dot, dot, dash, dash. Oh, this is clever. Dot, dot, dash, dash. 0. Dash, 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 dot. Dash, 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 dot. 2. And for C, dot, dash, dash, dash. Dot, dash, dash, dash. 4. 0, 2, 4. Let's go with 0, 2, and 4. Focus, camera, focus. Focus. Okay, so for 0, 2, 4, code ABC. And flip. So from 0 to 4, we go down to the right, down to the right, and down to the right, which gives us star, hex, square. Heck yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. I like that. I like these charts and like the physicality of these things solving this like this. It's just fun. Okay, we got the green. Door number 5. We're at the bottom reaches of the map now. Okay. Okay, so that was 0 to 5. Or 0 to 4. We're on door number 5. That was really fast. I like how this puts up in here. It is best not to tear out the calendar page before reading. Anyone reading has a clear advantage. Oh, so we're actually opening door 5. Behind will be 1 riddle card. Got to be up catching some sleep. You for sure working on the scavenger hunt tomorrow. Heck yeah, man. Feel free to like jump in on the Discord and just like throw in any thoughts and things that you had on stuff. See where anybody is. If you have any questions or if you find something that's like, hey, this doesn't make sense, or this or like something feels weird when you start getting things together. Like the last year's one, Feisty actually found like 2 or 3 mistakes that I made in the grid setup. So when I was setting it up, I missed a couple of letters or I miscounted a couple of things. I don't remember exactly what they were, but it made part of the riddle make no sense. But if you find something that I done goofed, let me know. Or if you have questions, let me know. It's all about the fun for me. So have some fun with it, and if you find a book, you'll be the first to know. Please let me know. But dude, get some good sleep, man. I hope you feel better in the morning. I hope you hope you feel very well rested when you wake up in the morning. It's good hanging out with you again. But you take care, man. But okay. So, you've figured out the right direction. But that doesn't solve the problem that the other teams are way ahead of you. Good night, George. Sleep well. You wonder if there is a shortcut you could use. You would have to ask local people about this. Klaus? You call to your pilot in the cockpit, who is now eating Tom's potato salad. Head to the planet over there. I want to ask the residents if they know a shortcut. A little later, you land on a very barren planet. Sand and rocks as far as the eye can see. Suddenly, you spot a little green figures waving happily at you. Funny, you think to yourself. On Earth, people always talk about little green men in space. They actually seem to exist here. But wait! There's also yellow ones. And red ones. And purple ones. Wow! There's a lot of them. They stream towards the spaceship, making strange sounds. This is a language you've never heard before. This planet is called, Murmalore, says Klaus. Do you speak Murmalorian? No? Me neither. If you want to talk to them, you'll have to learn their language first. Turn the page and open door number 5. I was picturing like either Jinjos from Banjo-Kazooie or Pikmin. These guys are kind of like in between. Gingemin? No. Pikjos. There's just debris down at the bottom. What? It is all. I'm assuming that these are all just like. No, they're not. I was gonna say I think they're all anagrams, but they're not. SWK. I have no idea what that word will be. Ad break time. Perfect timing because I'm like I have no idea what I'm doing on this one. Is there any hints? Okay, so we have the word exit up here, which, so to me, that means that it's going to be the books. We're going to need the books. Because we have the moons and stars and everything on the back here. Um. So look on the front where those line up. No, those are different. Um, come on. Not seeing anything funky on the back of that. Maybe on the back of the box. Nope, that doesn't make any sense to be back here. Yet, I should say. Makes no sense yet. We will eventually be on the back of this box. I almost guarantee it. Seeing owls and spaceship and astroneer, and that example room is definitely not going to be just a room. 46 riddle cards, strange items and materials, the decoder table, handkerchief. Handkerchief was a napkin. It's now trash. Okay. Turn the page, open the door, 5, behind you, find blah, blah, blah. Ad break is done. I still haven't come close to deciphering this yet. But it does show books. Starbucks decoder person. I really feel like this has to be a hint. Because that looks exactly like this. Am I supposed to find differences? For one player or one team, 10 years and up, exit the board game, advent calendar, intergalactic race. Yep, that image is the same. The binoculars, the lantern. Attention. Yet first. Um yeah, like it really feels like it's the two books have to have something to do with it because they look just like that. Turn the page, open door 5. Go card E1, which is this. It's like I'm definitely seeing the pareidolia, just like shape of person. I need a hint on this one. 4 December, 5th December, around 5 December. Yeah. So now translate the text. Photo card E1, calendar sheet 5th December, and the Advent calendar box. What can teach you the language? Maybe the note on the calendar sheet 5th December. What does the sketch on it remind you of? Once you figure this out, you'll be able to understand Murmilorian in no time. Take the Advent calendar box in your hand and turn it over. See, the way that they have that makes me think it's the books. It doesn't make me think the box. So, yeah, these guys. And we are supposed to be able to tear these out just like so. Box, turn it over. Maybe. So this guy's got the hands up. No. See the rabbit faded into the background. Pocket watch. I have no idea what it's trying to get me to do on this. Like, absolutely none. Sketch and then a show shows 2 slightly overlapping exit books. On the back of the Advent calendar box, you will find 2 books arranged in the same way. Yeah. Take a closer look at them, especially the places marked with arrows on the note. I'm actually kind of upset that I thought it wanted me to tear this out. I didn't have to. On Murmelon, you should look to the right after every S. I'm upset that I didn't even read that. It's like it's literally right there. The green NM Okay, we're actually going to write this down. Okay. So T H E G R E E N M U R M E L O R I A N. Green Murmelorian. WILL. Will. POINT. Point. THEWAY. The way. Purple Murmelorian will point the way. Purple Murmelorian will point the way. So the purple one's pointing like that way. I genuinely have no idea what it wants me to do. How did I get purple? Where did I get purple from, you guys? It was green the whole time. So the green guy points the way. What are you pointing at? Pointing at something on the back of the box again? Now, see, this is where I'm actually a little frustrated on this. So I even look at the solution. Green Murmelorian point the way. You can find the green Murmelorian at the top of the back of the calendar on the 5th of December. His figures don't show the number 2. He's pointing at something. He points to the top of the calendar sheet, showing where to look. If you look carefully at the red border you'll see it. But see, here's the problem. Printing. There's nothing there. He's too close to the top. Unless it's like very, very tiny. I don't like this one. I really don't think that this was a good one. Because the answer is so far into the book that I practically have to break the book in half to see it. And even then, even knowing exactly where it is, four, 5, 0. So this one I really don't like. Recommendation for redoing it: bring the border further down and make the number a little bit fainter. Make it so that way it's below the perforation. Because the printing on this does no good. That's my recommendation for the next year, Cosmos. 4, 5, 0. The only reason I started looking at that one for the hints was because I genuinely had no idea. And I didn't really feel like there was any indicator for that one, too. Something like that one was tough. That one was really not even so much tough. That one just didn't feel fair. I guess the best way to phrase it. I'm a little sad on that. But we're doing okay. Up to number 6. Making good progress. Making okay progress. Foreign languages are so important. The Murmilorian gave you a really helpful tip. You can shorten the racetrack via the planet Amakeso? That is the candy planet, says Claus happily. The perfect place for a little stopover. A short time later, he lands the spaceship and jumps out. You follow him and can hardly believe your eyes. Everything here is made of sweets. Gingerbread rocks, chocolate streams, lollipop trees. It's all there, just as Willy Wonka predicted. A soda UFO roars past to harvest fizzy drops from the air. What a sweet idea. Unsurprisingly, Klaus immediately starts eating his way through the undergrowth. Klaus, you say disapprovingly. This is supposed to be a quick stop. If we stay here any longer, we won't have gained any advantage. The shortcut will have been wasted. Calm down, says Klaus, still munching. I just need a little energy kick, and then I can continue. How much more energy? You've already stuffed yourself with tons of sweets. Yes, but I've not found the right thing yet. The last time I was on Amakeso, I ate some really great nuts. Real power boosters. When I ate those, I'll be bursting with energy. You'll hardly recognize me. Come on, help me find the nuts, and I promise we'll get going. So I also didn't really notice where door number 6 was, because I skipped that. Okay, so 450. So from door number 5, we go up, down to the left, and up, which is cross moon. Damn it, moon. Let's go with an orange one. Or salmon. Cross moon. Door number 6. For a second, this almost smelled like peaches. Hey, drummer, how you doing? Good to see you. We were actually just talking about the scavenger hunt. That was you that solved the first one for them this year, right? Yeah. Almost dropped my entire box of Sharpies. It's been a bit since you've been gone. That's fair. Yeah. So I had made an executive decision, like this was probably now a few weeks ago. I had a chance to work on the second one since everything happened. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still really sorry to hear about all that, man. I for this one, if there's if you guys are like genuinely like really like interested in it and want to go for it, I'll probably increase the prize for it. But I do think that since the only people that have like there's only been like a couple of people that have shown like a little bit of interest in it, I was thinking of closing it at the end of the month. So if nobody gets the second one before the end of December, then the prize will be well, won't be given out on that one. The only reason being it's been 6 months now almost. So I figure this still gives people a full month to try and solve it. Yeah, it's got a full month. I know it's also like a holiday month too, but at the same time, there hasn't even really been anybody asking about it, and I've been kind of talking about it quite a bit. It's been in the stream title for months. You may have noticed it's not there right now. I kind of took it out about a couple weeks ago. Started it back in September, and then everything happened. Yeah. Yeah. No one's even really asked about it. Feisty has said that they were interested, but I know Feisty also has a lot of things going on her plate too. Just now, my friend George stopped by and was curious about it. So he started looking at it. He was actually kind of excited because he likes music and he likes reading music. So he's kind of excited to try this one out. But yeah, there's plenty of time. So if anybody wants to like share ideas or things like that, or even just do it for fun, the prize is still there. If I get a few people asking me about it, then I may raise the prize for December as a Christmas gift. But so we found some nuts. Icing numbers you have found. So use them if you're able to cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. So I remember there being like nuts over here. So nut. Nut. Yeah, too far. Nut. But we're supposed to open this up and get... Oh, geez. Is that supposed to be there? That wasn't supposed to be down there. That was supposed to be, that was scrap. So we got 4 codes. Okay. Okay, so we've got almonds, walnuts, and pistachios. Gotta finish transcribing all the notes. Fair, fair. Yeah, there's quite a bit. I spent a lot of time translating things and figuring out how I wanted everything to look. Spent a lot of time putting that together. I really enjoyed it though. Probably the hardest part was finding software that can make custom sheet music like that. So I did a lot of calculations. So I had to figure out how to do it. Did you use flat? Let me see. I still have the software installed. I just don't remember which one it was. I don't see flat in my programs. Muse Hub. That was the one that I did. Yeah, I used a software called Muse Hub, which I could have actually just looking right at my desktop. It's still on there. I don't know why I started searching through things. Oh man. Icing numbers you have found. So use them if you're able. So icing numbers, okay. To cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. Okay. So I see a lot of peanuts, but there are no peanuts on this decoder table here. Let's see. But it's good to know about flat. I was looking originally, I found a script for writing stuff in Google Docs, but it was just too frustrating at the time. I couldn't really get it to work properly, and then once I got everything set up and I had all the notes where I wanted them, it didn't work. I was quite frustrated with it. But if this one works out well, then I may try and do more stuff with music in the future. Let's see. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able. Icing numbers, yes. To cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. Almond, walnut, pistachio. I don't think it's that card. That's got a 3 on it. Because it goes down over to here, up to here, and then around over here. So that's a 3. Um, unless it's supposed to be my spelling things, like Z, E, R, and O. Okay, so the walnut would be O. So that's 0. The almond is FOUR. And then the pistachio is NINE. 9. Giddy up. Kudos if you get that reference. That one was actually really neat once I got that figured out. I thought it was going to be just, finding them on here. Apparently you had to solve the whole riddle. All right, so giddy up 409. Door number 6. Where are we moving? Down? Right? Up? What? One, 3. Nope, I even had that wrong. Okay. So the almonds. It's like FOUR. 4. Walnuts. ZERO. 0. Pistachio. NINE. 409. How is that not correct? It's literally 409. Door number 6.
3 nuts give you a boost. Don't let them out of sight. As icing numbers you may use if you can read them right. But wait, don't enter them just yet. There is still a second step. You mother. Walnut,
Almond, pistachio. Walnut, almond, pistachio. Down, upright, off the map.
these 3 nuts give you a boost and don't let them out of sight. As icing numbers you may use if you can read them right. But wait, don't enter them just yet. There is still a second step. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able to cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. If you do as you are bidden, you will find the code once hidden. So I don't really have much of a choice. This has to be 0. Because cover them, it's 940 or 490. One of the two. So we go up, upright, and off. Okay. So then 490. Up, left, up. Doesn't match. Oh. 0, no. Yes, yes.
0, 4, 9. Down, upright, button. Off the map again. Icing numbers I have found.
Wait, don't enter them just yet. There is still a second step. Icing numbers you have found, so use them if you're able to cover nuts that lie around somewhere on the table.
Nuts that lie around somewhere on the table. I don't see any nuts on the box. Nothing on the back. Nothing on the front. Nothing on the lid. And nothing on the bottom.
Okay. So we're putting these out. The yeah, the peanuts mean nothing. Almond, walnut, pistachio. This box right in here has them in the order of walnut, almond, pistachio. Walnut is 0. Almond is 4. Pistachio is 9. I'm at a loss. The gingerbread you see system theories. Need the sign on the calendar sheet on December 6th. The note mentioned a table. For beginner level, this one is like a little out there for me. This is what they wanted you to do. They want you to take the number 4 for the almonds, 4, and then we cover the almond with the number 4. So, walnut, 0. Pistachio, it's 9. Seven, 3, 7. Down to the left, up to the left, and then one more to the left. L, circle, hex. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of mad on that one. I feel like that one should have been a little simpler. Had the solution. Didn't have a reason to think that I was supposed to cover up the almonds with that. L, circle, hex. It's number 7. I don't want to leave this on a down note. So we are going to do door number 7, you guys. We are doing door number 7. Just so that way we have a chance to end it on a very high note. Oh! There's a little bit of a middle note. Okay. December 7th. Finally, Klaus is back in the cockpit and has the control lever in his hand. However, he doesn't seem as energetic as he said he would be. In fact, he seems to be a bit sleepy after his candy high and
I'm a Keiko? I'm a cake. Oh. Did the Murmilorian actually tell you where to go after... Sorry. Did the Murmilorian actually tell you where to go after I'm a Keiko? He asks, yawning. You're asking me that? Seriously? I thought you had sorted that out with them. You exclaim, stunned. You can't believe it. Are you just floating around, lost in space again? Do you know what my wise aunt, Galactica, from a distant star Andromeda, always does in such situations? Asked Klaus from the Klaus from the cockpit. No. What? She reads tarot cards, Klaus replies. Tarot cards provide guidance when you don't know what to do next. And with these words, he points to a worn package on one of the shelves. You grab the package and open it. The cards look strange, Klaus. They will do. That's Galactica's personal deck. I always have it with me when I'm in travel just to be on the safe side. He calls out without turning around. By the way, there should be instructions included. Still skeptical, you pull a crumpled leaflet out of the box and study it. Now get going, Klaus tells you. In the meantime, I'm going to have a little restorative nap in the hammock until you're done. Hey, don't worry. I have faith in you. Give it a go. But remember, you also have to believe in it, otherwise it won't work. Turn the page and open door 7, behind which you will find 9 riddle cards. Holy crap. Do you see the Roman numerals? Take the cards with the numbers 3, 5, and 7 and place them face up in front of you from left to right. Now put 6 on 3 and the 9 on the 6. Next, place the 1 on the 5 and the 8 on the 1. Finally, place the 2 on the 7 and then the 4 on the 2. Take a deep breath. Now place the 3 stacks face up on top of each other and turn the entire deck over. Now you will decide whether to cut the deck 3, 5, or 7 times. Don't know how to cut the deck? It's simple. Take an arbitrary number of cards from the top of the deck and put them aside together without turning them over. Then place the remainder of the deck on top of the cards you just set aside. Repeat that process 3, 5, or 7 times. Breathe and feel the energy. Why is Feisty not here? I think Feisty's working. But guys, we're going to do some tarot. Ooh, these are pretty. We have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Queen, the King, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, the Power, and the Hermit. These are really amusing to me. That was such a long explanation. Oh, wait, I didn't even get through it all. There's more. There's more. I stopped here. There's still another paragraph. Okay, do you see the Roman numerals? You know what? I'm actually going to keep these out here. 6 on the 3. And then the 9 on the 6. 3, 6, 9, damn near fine. Yeah, no, so I gotta do me one more time. Get a low. Get a low, get a low, get a low. 1 on the 5. And then the 8 on the 1. Finally place the 2 on the 7. And then the 4 on the 2. There's our 3 piles. Okay. Place 3 stacks face up on top of each other. Turn the entire deck over. Oh, cool.
They got rabbits on the deck. That's cool. Okay. Next, you'll decide whether to cut the deck 3, 5, or 7 times. Let's go with 5. So cut the deck, take an arbitrary number of cards from the top of the deck, and put them aside together without turning them over. Then place the remainder of the cards on the top of the cards you just set aside. Repeat this process 3, 5, or 7 times. We're going with 5. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 times. Once you're done, deal the cards again into 3 stacks of 3. Distribute the cards in the following pattern: left, center, right, left, center, right, left, center, right. Reveal the 3 stacks and look at each one. Choose a stack that contains no royalty. Magician, Priestess, Lovers. Power, King, Hermit. And then the third stack, which I believe is the one that we're going to have to pick because it won't have royalty. It's the Chariot, the Queen, and the Hierophant. Choose a stack that contains no royalty. I guess the Priestess, the Magician, and so I guess this is the only one that's not royalty? I think so. Because you got the King and the Queen. For some reason, my brain was like, oh, the High Priestess, that's got to be royalty. No. Okay. So we got 1, 2, and 6. Is that the answer? 1, 2, 6? Or we have door number 7. Up right, down right, up left. That is not the right one. Deal the cards. 3 stacks of 3. Distribute the cards in the following pattern: left, center, right. Left, center, right. Who's here? Oh, hey, Grim.
No. Why?
Grimlormus but our father just traded with 3 viewers. Welcome in,
You
and
bitch.
feel free to hang around and have
Oh,
fun.
you bitch.
Hi, Grim. Hi, Kate.
May this
Oh,
weapon
you fucking bitch.
may it be wielded with wisdom.
Is it still a cliffhanger if it's a hook horror?
May it be put down when its job is done.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Is it still a
Fine, this is
cliffhanger if it's
fine.
a hook horror?
No, it's fine, apparently. It's fine. Guys, we're doing some tarot here. Okay. Let's do some tarot per the instructions. That's 6. 8. 4. 9. 7, 3, and 5. Okay.
Oh yeah, Morgan's here too. Also, Grim, thank you for the sub again, man. Dude, you're coming up on 5 years. I gotta get with Tony. Tony! I'm happy that I saw that one coming. I just happened to be looking right at my screen. Oh. Oh man. Hi, Kate. Oh. Yeah, I need to get with Tony about badges because I wanna commission Tony for a few badges. But what do you say in the spirit of trying to calm my ass down and have a bit of fun with this one? We're going to do some tarot with the instructions that are provided for how to lay the tarot cards from this deck. Okay. Okay, so... Woo! I dropped a card. What did I drop? Yeah! Oh! Go in the hole, damn it. As I was bending over, I almost slipped out of the chair. Okay, so going left to right. 3, 5, 7. Now put the 6 on the 3. And the 9 on the 6. Place the 1 on the 5. Then the 8 on the 1. Place the 2 on the 7. And then the 4 on the 2. Place all 3 stacks face up on top of each other and turn the entire deck over. Okay. Now you will decide whether to cut the deck 3, 5, or 7 times. The first person to put in an answer is the number we go with, 3, 5, or 7. Take a swig while I wait. I don't know if I have a command for dice on that. Come to see the skill? Welcome in, Latin. I just need somebody to give me a number. A 3, a 5, or a 7. Well, it's an ad break right now, so it's probably going to be 7. 7 from Kate. Okay, so straightening out the pile. We're going to cut the deck 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There's our 7 cuts. Once you're done, deal the cards again into 3 stacks of 3. Face down, left, center, right. Left, center, right. Left, center, right. Then reveal the 3 stacks and look at each one. Choose a stack that contains no royalty. Hierophant, Queen, Chariot. Out. Magician, Lovers, High Priestess. And the Power, the Hermit, and the King. Gone. So we got the Magician, the Lovers, and the High Priestess. Those are our 3 cards. 1, 6, and 2. Is that our combination?
The backs of these cards are different. Interesting. Let's see what happens. 162. It's the lady with the booty. 1, 6, and 2. Let's see what happens now. One, 6, and 2. Going from door number 7. 1, 6, 2. Right, up, and then up to the left. Still doesn't work. They don't match the numbers. One, 6, and 2. I don't know if I'm missing something. Something doesn't feel right. Left, center, right, left, center, right, left, center, right. Reveal the 3 stacks and look at each one. Choose a stack that contains no royalty. The magician, the lovers, and the high priestess. Because the king and the queen are in the other 2 piles. Cards are evenly matched. No futzing. I don't know what it wants me to do. I followed through on the code. Reading back at Klaus's instructions. It's Galactica's personal tarot deck. Always have it with me when I travel just to be safe. By the way, there should be instructions included. Instructions included. Laying out your tarot cards. Use the Roman numerals 3, 5, and 7. But, okay. Three, 5, and 7. Place 6 on top of the 3, and then the 9 on top of the 6. Yes. Place the 1 on top of the 5. The 1 on top of the 5. And then the 8 on top of the 1. Finally, place the 2 on the 7. And then the 6 on the 2. Let's stack up these piles. Let's see. 1 cut. 2 cut.
3 cut, 4 cut, 5 cut. 1, 2, 3, left, center, right, left, center, right. Chariot, Hierophant, Queen, gone. Priestess, Magician, Lovers, King, Power, Hermit. I don't know how they're getting me to do this. There's got to be something with the dimensions of the cards. Oh, cards are identical. I am bewildered. 1, 2, and 6 again. The little dots on the back of the cards that are affected. What are we doing? We're trying to solve a puzzle. What kind of unmasked magician is this? Haven't kept up? So the backstory for this puzzle is that our space pilot captain here, Klaus, told us, hey, use my tarot deck from my grandmother. Great-grandmother? Use it from an older relative. She included instructions on how to use it. We followed the instructions, and every time that we've done it, so far I think 3 or 4 times now, have gotten these 3 specific cards. However, that's where the instructions all cut off. It just says, choose a stack that contains no royalty. 1, 6, and 2. However, looking at the back of these cards, there are 1, 2, 3 squares hidden in on here, and left and right on the moons, left and right on the moons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 3, 7, and 8. So it'd be 3, 8, 7. If that was the solution. 3, 8, 7. And I think some of them can be. Some of them very well can be. So we're starting at door number 7, and we have instructions on what directions to move. So we go down to the left, to the right, and then further down to the left. We're off the map, so my guess is not correct on that. I look at the High Priestess, and there's T's on there. Unless it's like TWO for, the T is on the map, the W for their angles of the arms, and the O for the holding the orb. I have no idea what that could mean. So I think at this point, I'm going to have to consult our guide here. 7. We should then investigate the note in room 7.
Note in room 7. Oh, there's a note. Okay. Didn't actually read it. Okay. If you have found the 3 correct cards, look around. Look closely and use what you find from small to large. So it's literally 3, 7, 8. So we're starting here. We go up, down, and then down to the left with a Y, an L, and a triangle. There's door number 8. That one wasn't too bad. I just kind of got myself wrapped up in my own head on like I had the 3 numbers. I had the 3 numbers. I just didn't have the right order. If I spent more time on it, I'd be like, okay, there's only 6 options. Once I have the 3 digits, there's only 6 possible options. Less if the numbers are the same. So, managed to knock that one out. Still trying to figure out how the tarot worked. I'm going to do that one more time. So 7, 5, 3. Put 6 on the 3. And then the 9 on top of that. Next, place the 1 on the 5. And then the 8 on the 1. And then the 2. And then the 6. Or the 4. Okay, so 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Give me a number. 3, 5, or 7. Somebody give me a number. 3, 5, or 7. Uno más. Uno más. Let's do this. I just want to try this one more time and see if we get the same 3 cards. While I wait for a number, I'm going to go to 3, and then we'll see from there. 1, 2, 3. All right, time's up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I used to remember doing stuff like this in high school. Chariot, Hierophant, Queen? Yeah. Yeah, it's still the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Lovers. So, let me see if I can still do this. Okay. Okay. Does anybody want to see a magic trick? I think I could still remember how to do this. It's not going to be a very complicated trick, but it's something where I would need one person to volunteer and then pay attention for all of like 2 minutes. Maybe 3. Well, what do you guys say? Do I have a volunteer?
Anybody? I don't get very many chances to use these cards. So I'm like, I'm just going to use them. Like I said, it's only like 2 minutes. Yeah, I think I remember how to do this. Wish I could shove this from the other side. Ah. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to space them out a little bit more like this. All right. Hey, do you want to participate in a magic trick? Promise it'll take like 2 minutes, I think. I just need somebody to volunteer. No one has volunteered. Repeat. Who wants to help me with a magic trick? Grim's doing it? Okay, so Grim, I need you to think of one of these cards that is on the table. Pick a card. Don't tell me what it is. Just let me know when you have a card. Picked? Okay. Okay. I'm going to deal the cards out, and as I do so, remember which pile your card ends up in, okay? Just remember what pile it's in. Okay. Now, don't tell me what the card was, but which pile is it in? Left, center, or right? Left pile? Okay. Let's do this again. Same exact thing. Just remember which pile it's in. I'm hoping I remember I hope I remember how to do this properly. Okay. Which pile now? Left, center, or right? Middle pile? Okay. And we're going to do that one more time. Okay? One last time. Left, center, or right. Just remember which pile your card is in. Okay. Which pile is it in now? I have a feeling it's in the middle, right? It's in the middle? Okay. So if it's in the middle, well, we don't need those cards anymore. Let's see. Is this your card? No, 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 no. Wait a second. No, no, it can't be, can't be. Never mind. No. No, you're more of a 2 of diamonds, man, I feel.
Nope.
No? Hmm. Yep. Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, no? Wait a second. It's not 3. 3. Definitely 2. Definitely 2 of diamonds. Got bad delay and Vax on your lap. Yeah. No worries, man. No worries. Yeah. It's like I was feeling, I was like, 2 of diamonds feels like Grim. But yeah. There's a little trick that I had back in grade school. Took me a while to figure out how that one worked. But in essence, it works the same way that the tarot card works. The same way. And that was before the session she rolled that many 17s? You got to be joking me. That is awesome. I've general delays with his pickup lines and a deck of cards. Not even to the ladies. This was just to try and make friends. As you can guess, it didn't really work. I wasn't very popular. But I think for tonight, that's where we're gonna wrap. We got what 3, 7, 8, and so that was where was it? Up, down, over. Yep. All right. I'm gonna need one more thing from one more person. I need a color. Any color. We're marking where we're picking up the next time. Teal? Is that teal? I'm gonna have to trust your judgment on this one because I don't really know that color all that well. Close enough. Is one of these more teal? Everything's kind of situated in here so that way they're sitting more stably.
something like that. Yeah. So I'm not very good with colors. Like I'm thinking like teal. It's want the color of the cool morning sunrise and autumn over a forest of pine trees. Nah. I think teal is probably the better one. Like that's kind of the hard part about the doing the colors with this because they're so affected by the light. But we'll mark this one number 8. True. True, I did say any color. However, is the description of the color the same as the color itself? I genuinely don't really know. But yeah. We made it through a little bit more than a quarter of the advent calendar tonight. These puzzles, the ones on this setup, there's 2 of them so far that I didn't really vibe with. But the interactable stuff it's just fun. I really like the way that they bring interactivity into the puzzles, and those were the best parts of it for me. However, there were some parts that guidance was a little unclear. Hopping on Renegades tomorrow, I'm not sure. All gonna depend on sleep and how I feel after work. I might. Yeah, excuse me. But tonight I also didn't really sleep much last night. Tea. All right. Putting the microphone back to where it normally is. Gonna need to sleep early because hopping on at noon on the dot. I'll be at work until 5 hours after reset. So it'll be a long while before I even got to join in. But I don't know. I don't know how soon I'll jump in. But I am also quite drained. I'm very tired. I think this might be where stream wraps for the night for me. Need to readjust my monitors and my cameras. The one thing I don't really like about the boom arm that I have for my monitors is that it doesn't really play nice some of the time. Okay. Monitor is straight. Monitor is flat. Whoop. At least I can use an arm from monitor's true. That's true, I can. Sort of I can use an arm for one of them because the other one is attached to my wall. That one's gonna be interesting if I ever want to move it. Because I can't. It doesn't move. But like I said, you guys, I think that's gonna be the end for tonight for me. If you do want to see how these puzzles came out and, you know, like how much of a struggle I had with some of them, this will be going up onto YouTube. Got to figure out how to do, what do you call it? Oh, why am I blanking on words? I got to figure out how to do the chapters. So that way I can just have like the different puzzles, different days, so you could jump around to different things. You know what? We don't really get to do this very often. What do you say we turn the tables? Normally, Tony's the one that raids me. Let's go raid Tony. Make it bacon pancakes. Come on, I muted that tab. Yeah, let's go raid Tony. Guys, thank you for sitting around with me. I hope you enjoyed the puzzles as much as I did. Even when I was kind of losing my mind, I was still having fun with them. But yeah, I am tired. I can imagine arm doesn't do 27 inches. Oh man. I've got a 27 and a 24. Whew. But I only have one arm. I thought about doing another one, but I like having the ability to move my monitor if I wanted to do like stream like tonight. But times eventually, right? Yeah, you guys. Thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed some puzzles. Friday, might be another Borderlands stream. We'll see what Kitty and Tony are up to. May change around, but probably still gonna be a Friday stream. Drummer, yeah, you take care of yourself. Again, like I said before, the scavenger hunt is still active, but it's only going to be good through the end of December. For anybody who does solve it, they get the prize. If no one solves it, then I may just keep it up and let you guys go at it for pride. Been on since you joined the stream. I hope you have fun with it. George is probably going to jump into it tomorrow, he said. But we'll see where everybody goes. If anybody finds anything that I made a major mistake on and you know it's a mistake, give me a heads up and I can clarify it. But, guys, like I said, Borderlands probably on Friday. Next week will probably be about the same. It's going to be escape rooms on Monday, Borderlands on Friday. The week after that, mark your calendars because December 16th, we're going to be doing a special one-shot, a one night of only event. We're going to be playing a game of 10 candles where I have what I'm hoping to be a very fun story. Fun and haunting story to tell with some really close and really fun friends. Yeah, you do, Grim. If you want suggestions or you want to talk it out, I'm more than happy to discuss it. But guys, let's go pop over to Tony's and say hi before he raids out. Let's turn the tables on him. Yeah, stay hydrated, take care of yourself. Hey guys, take care of yourselves. Have a safe week. I'll see you on Friday. And until then, remember that life is too short to be bored, so have some fun and make some good memories. Have a good night, you guys.